Premier League Rundown is sponsored by bwin.
Welcome to Premier League Rundown, the show where we take a look at the opening betting values of the Premier League matches this week. Joining me now to preview the matches and to tell us where the best value lies is Mike Richardson, sports writer and regular contributor to SPL Forum. Mike, welcome to the show.
Hello again, Natalie.
Okay, so we've got 10 Premier League matches to preview, so let's get started. Reading versus Southampton. Reading now sit bottom of the league table after 5 consecutive Premier League losses. They'll take on Southampton, who come from 2 wins against Liverpool 3-1 and Chelsea 2-1. Can Reading turn it around, Mike? What do you like here?
I don't think Reading are going to be climbing out of the relegation zone anytime soon. I think they will be playing their football in the lower league come next season. However, I think after those 5 straight defeats, coupled with Southampton's 2 straight victories, Southampton will be a bit arrogant and a bit overconfident, and Reading need the points. They need the win, and I think they're going to cause a little bit of an upset for Southampton. So yeah, I'm going to bet on Reading to win that game, but I don't think it's going to save their Premier League skin.
Norwich City versus Swansea. 6 points difference here between both teams. Can Norwich City's home advantage give them a win? Bookies seem to think so. Mike, what do you like here?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the only thing that Norwich have got going for them. Norwich got an appalling record away from home with just 1 win all season. I think at home they've got 6 wins, 6 draws, and they've only been beaten 3 times. Swansea, looking at their away form, it's only 4 wins and 4 draws and 7 defeats. I think, yeah, home advantage for Norwich, although that won't necessarily translate into a victory. I think a draw or a home victory for this one, so I'm going to spread my money around on that one.
Okay, Stoke versus Aston Villa. Playing at Britannia Stadium. 4 out of their last 5 head-to-heads, both teams drew. Stoke City are the favourites in this match, but could you be tempted with a draw here? Mike, what do you like?
I don't think a draw would be enough for Aston Villa. They've dropped below that dreaded dotted line and they are 3rd bottom and could well be looking at relegation. They need the points and they need more than just a draw. I do think that they're not going to get it at Stoke. Stoke tends not to lose at home. They've only dropped. They've only been defeated twice all season at home in the league. Aston Villa are pretty ropey away from home, but Aston Villa are pretty ropey at home as well. So I think Stoke home advantage and Aston Villa panicking as well because they've dropped into the drop zone. Yeah, it's going to be a home victory for Stoke and bet hard on it.
West Brom versus Arsenal. The last time West Brom won against Arsenal was back in 2010. And if the bookies are anything to go by, it doesn't look very favourable for the Baggies. Mike, what do you like here?
No, I think Arsenal have, I think the bookies have got it right. It's going to be all about Arsenal. The Baggies are in the middle of the table. They're pretty much safe from relegation. They're not going to climb. They're not going to trouble the Champions League spots. Arsenal are 5th. They're just 2 points behind Chelsea and just 4 points behind Tottenham. I think they're going to come out all guns blazing. They've got a real chance of finishing in the top 4, if not the top 3. They're going to want it more than West Brom, and they're going to take West Brom down. So yeah, bet on Arsenal for that one.
Liverpool versus West Ham. Home team Liverpool are big favourites in this match. If you want to bet on them to win, Paddy Power has the best odds of 1.36. But with the possible little money to be made here betting the favourites, is there anything else we can bet on to see a better return from our money, Mike?
Unfortunately, I think it's going to all be about Liverpool. I say if you want to see some decent money returned, bet your throw your money around. So bet on Liverpool winning both halves and bet on a big score as well. I think Liverpool have definitely got goals in them, and West Ham can concede plenty, especially away from home. So yeah, bet on Liverpool winning both halves, and bet on a big fat score for the Scousers.
All right, Tottenham versus Everton. Tottenham are favourites in this match. It's interesting to note, though, that in their last 5 head-to-heads, the Spurs have only won one match to Everton back in January 2012. Mike, what do you like in this match?
I'm going against the bookies on this one, Natalie. I'm going for Everton. I think there's very little to separate these 2 sides in the levels of quality and standards and skill that they've got. And I think Tottenham are just looking a little bit shaky. In Everton, they got that very solid win last weekend against Stoke, and they got that really big win against Manchester City the time before that. So I think they've got the momentum, and Tottenham got a little bit more to be worried about. They won their last game, but they lost the 2 before that. I think Everton are going to come out on top, but it's going to be close.
All right, Chelsea versus Sunderland. Chelsea must be feeling pretty pleased with themselves after beating league leader Man U today 1-0 and knocking them out of the FA Cup. Can they continue their form in this match against Sunderland? Mike, what do you like here?
I don't really think it's a question of Chelsea's form. I think it's a question of Sunderland's form. Sunderland's form is all over the shop. They're losing games left, right and centre. And I think They haven't won for 8 straight games. There's lots of draws in there, but they're not a winning side. And also, they don't travel well. Plus, they've recently swapped managers. They got rid of Martin O'Neill, as predicted in one of my previous articles about the P45 sack race. And Paolo Di Canio, he's a great guy. He's a real character. He's described as being pure box office for the Football League. But I think Sunderland, they're not going to get any points off Chelsea, not this time. So yeah, bet on Chelsea winning, and bet on Chelsea winning quite comfortably.
Newcastle versus Fulham, 2-point difference here, but it looks like the bookies think the home advantage could be one of the deciding factors in this match, making the Magpies the favourites. Mike, are you agreeing with the bookies here?
Yeah, my money is going on Newcastle in this game. Well, it's because I think Newcastle are just due a win in the league. They were played off the pitch by Manchester City last weekend, and they were very unlucky not to get anything from their trip to Wigan when they should have been playing against 10 men for like an hour or so. Fulham are good, but they don't travel too well. I think home advantage, St James's Park, that far up north. I think the home side are going to take all 3 points. I'd say the only thing to worry about is to see how Newcastle fare on Thursday night in the Europa League. There could be some very tired legs running about the pitch next weekend, but I do think Newcastle should have enough in the tank to beat Fulham.
That's right. QPR versus Wigan Athletic. Wigan Athletic are certainly fighting to get away from that dreaded relegation line and have won 4 out of their last 5 matches. QPR do have the home advantage and are the bookies' favourites. William Hill have the best odds for QPR to win, 2.38. Mike, what do you like here, and do you think QPR are going to win this one?
Yes, I think QPR are going to win this one, but I don't think that's going to keep them in the Premier League. Wigan have been lucky. They've got back-to-back wins, so they'll be feeling quite full of themselves. Similar to the way Southampton are a few places up the league table. But I think Wigan are going to come unstuck. They're going to be overconfident. They're going to be over-relaxed. QPR, especially after that defeat at the hands of Fulham on Monday, they're going to be desperate for points, and they're going to come out all guns blazing. And I think Wigan are going to get a big shot, and QPR are going to get all 3 points.
Possibly a little too late for Harry's boys, but we'll see. This brings us to our Monday match, and what a match this is going to be. League leaders Man U versus second position Man City. The clash of the Titans playing at Old Trafford. Man U are the favourites. They play best at home, but I think it'll be close. If you like Man U to win, Betfair have best odds at 2.22. And if you're siding with the underdogs, Paddy Power and Betfair have odds of 3.6. Mike, what are your thoughts on this big match?
I'd say Man United are pretty much tied at the league with a nice neat bow, and Man City know that they're going to have to be giving away the trophy that they've won in such spectacular fashion on the last day of last season. Looking at the fixture list, this game is probably down in people's diary. It's a real 6-point title decider, because we all thought it was going to be a lot closer than it actually has been. Man United have got the league. I think Manchester City, all they've really got to play for is to beat Man United in this game. That's the only bragging rights they can really take away from this season. They're not going to win any FA Cups, they're not going to win any silverware whatsoever. I'd say, yeah, Man City are going to be going all out to try and win it, but Man United, they just tend not to drop any points whatsoever at home. Yeah, bet on the underdogs, but as a sympathy bet only, I think the smart move is going to be Man United winning, but it's going to be close.
All right, Mike, thanks for joining us.